people call the child-free selfish. But what about you expecting your parents to raise your kid? Let's talk about that. Let's jump into a topic that has been a very hot topic in Sweden recently. And honestly, it kind of opens up the important discussion when it comes to expectations, boundaries, and responsibility when it comes to having kids. There has been this public debate recently where parents expressed their frustration that the grandparents, yes, grandparents, are too busy babysitting the grandchildren. And as a child-free person, well, I kind of find this both fascinating and kind of revealing. So let's talk about that. And honestly, I completely understand the grandparents. Today's retirees have an active lifestyle. They travel, they explore new hobbies, they hike, they find new groups of people that are like-minded. And they just simply enjoy their freedom. And as they should, they have earned that freedom. After decades of working for other people and raising their, children of their own, they finally have the time to just focus on themselves for a while. They can finally live their lives on their terms. So hearing that some parents actually expect them to step back into the childcare role, that doesn't really sit well with me. So let's be clear here. Grandparents are allowed to say no. They are allowed to have boundaries. They are allowed to prioritize themselves. And they are allowed to enjoy their retirement without any guilt. That doesn't make them selfish, that makes them human. Many older people actually state that their schedule is fuller than ever. And I don't think that retirement should be a second parenting phase. And here's the brutal reality. If you choose to have kids, then you choose to take care of those kids. Not your parents, not your siblings, not your neighbor, not the village. You. One of the issues that this radio segment actually brought up was that some parents have this built-in expectations that the grandparents are this free childcare service. And for past generations, yeah, that might have been true, but things are changing. The reality does not look as it did generations ago. Grandparents today aren't just sitting at home waiting for the phone to call and be like, hey, can you take care of my kids? No, they have their schedule booked with other fun activities. Their time is valuable. So you cannot expect them to just jump in whenever you feel like you need to. This is actually one of the reasons why many stay child-free, because we do acknowledge that this is a huge responsibility and we don't want to shift that responsibility onto someone else. We don't want to assume that everyone else is gonna step up. We don't want to compromise other people's lifestyles, or our own for that matter as well. And we certainly don't want to pressure family members into unpaid labor because of a choice that we made. And I find it quite interesting and fascinating that child-free people are being labeled as selfish, but expecting your parents, who by the way already raised kids, to be your unpaid childcare system whenever you need to, that is basically the definition of entitlement. And again, this doesn't mean that parents are bad. We know that parenting is very difficult. We know that it's overwhelming and exhausting. But that doesn't give you the right to shift and magically transfer that responsibility onto other people. So here's my take on everything. 1. Grandparents aren't babysitters. 2. Retirement isn't free childcare. 3. Parents shouldn't expect other people to carry the weight of their own choices. And the child-free decision is in many ways a very responsible one, because it respects our own limits and respects everyone else's time. I think we should all celebrate grandparents who set boundaries, because they are choosing happiness, freedom, and autonomy, which everyone deserves. And now I'm really curious about what you think. Do grandparents owe their time to their grandchildren? Or is it time that we actually adjust what we expect and to acknowledge that every generation deserves their freedom and own time? Let me know in the comments down below, respectfully, of course, but I think this is a conversation worth having. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe, or share it if you feel like someone actually needs a different perspective on things as well. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.